Good morning, YouTube. All my followers and non-followers and people who like me and those who don't, all of y'all, good morning to you. Happy Memorial Day. I've pretty much been filming everything leading up to this point in the series called My Battles for the Use of Medical Marijuana. As I started out, just at the end of a hellish relationship, and just at the end of my own wits, you know, flat done, had enough, fed up, put my foot down and said, "The hell with y'all. I have the right to live my life the way I need to live it to be comfortable, just the same as you and everybody else does." For the last 16 years, since I broke my back working for Kutch Construction over there under the supervision of Phil Boucher, since then I have struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled. I've been taken advantage of, I've been used, I've been abused, I've been tossed aside, kicked around, and treated just like general shit because I had the nerve to break my back and become disabled. Well, I've had enough of that shit. Plain and simple, I've had enough of it. Won't put up with it anymore. Not from anyone, not even my own family. And they have found that out the hard way. Of course, now I'm in exile, a pariah. My family has very little to do with me anymore because I finally said I have the right to be me. They don't like that because, like everybody else in this world, they want what they can get from me. I hate to say that about my family, but I believe it's true. As for my little brother and his family, I feel very bad for them. But there isn't much I can do about that. I want to show you around the apartment now. It's been 4 months, I guess, since I started this fight. I always knew that I was going to come out on top of it because I always do. When I decide I'm going to fight, I win. It's either that or die, and I ain't dead yet. So apparently I win. But I'd like to show you around the apartment now what I have achieved in 4 months' time. I've gone from living in a 12 by 12 room with all of my stuff crammed into that with no place to move or breathe or anything to this. I now have a fairly well set up, decorated, very comfortable apartment, set up the way I want it to be set up, according to my needs, and yes, I do not play around, okay? But at the same time, I am a man of peace, okay? This is the way I like to have my place set up, all right? You see what I'm into. I'm into wood crafts very much. I'm into the hippie lifestyle because I am a hippie. And I'm into medical marijuana. And what better media for, you know, what better source of information than High Times magazine? You know, I've got the place set up pretty well. I put that shelf in there for my TV. The landlord here of this place is a doctor who I am familiar with from years ago. And we have a rapport, which is pretty good. He's told me to go ahead and make the place my home. This is something that I did here. When I first started moving in here, I found this rock in the driveway. Just a plain old quartz rock. It caught my eye, so I picked it up. With this and this clay pot, and at the top you see I put a crystal that I found in Colorado Springs, or actually it was up in the Garden of the Gods, Colorado. I just was walking along and there it was on the sand, you know, waiting for me to pick it up. You notice I have 3 chain notches. That there's a very specific reason for that. I won't get into it. But then I have inside I have put a wooden clapper that I made myself, and that is my Serenity bell. This is the way I like to live, people. You know, I've been crammed up and forced to live by other people's and according to other people's needs, other people's wants, for the last 16 years. 16 years since I broke my back there. I've just been forced to live according to whatever anyone else decided I should live according to. Now you see, I've got money. I've got, you know, there's a $20 bill on the table there. I've got money, but I don't have quarters. And the washing machine here in this building takes quarters. So since I don't have quarters and I don't feel like running to town just to get quarters, I'm actually doing my laundry by hand in my bathtub, which works just as good as a washing machine. Just as good. It just takes a little longer because you have to soak and then you have to agitate everything, you know, really good. And then you soak it some more. Now right now I'm in the first rinse cycle. I've already done a double washing and I'm in my first rinse cycle. And I guess now I can go ahead and drain that and get ready to start the next rinse cycle. I'll do 2 rinse cycles and then I'll hand wring everything and just put it outside to dry. You know, it's a beautiful day. Look how nice and bright it is, you know. I mean, it's a beautiful day. And now this is the one room I still have to tackle in here. I still have to get everything organized. I'm going to be doing some stuff in here, you know, fix this all up so that I can get all this stuff organized and put away. It's all in my way right now. But you know, those right there were a gift from one of the other tenants in this building that just decided, since I was a do-it-yourself kind of person and they didn't want these books or didn't need them, they just gave them to me. And there's 2 volumes missing, volume 8 and volume 14, I think it is. Yeah, volume 8 and volume 14 are missing. Outside of that is the whole 21 volume collection of the Handyman, the complete Handyman do-it-yourself encyclopedia. And I mean to tell you, there's everything you want to know in there about how to do anything you want to do. It's freaking great. I love it. Anyway, you know, I still have to set up my drafting table and stuff like that. But, you know, you can see where this is going. You know, it's all good. It's all good. And I'm finally on my own. You know, and I put this shelf up here, you know, because there's just not enough space, you know, not enough real places to put things. I put this in here. I still need to trim and finish it, but you know, rather than having a dish strainer hanging out on the counter over here where there just isn't any counter space, I went ahead and put my dish strainer up here. And you notice that it is angled to the front. Now I'm going to cover this with linoleum and then trim it with a nice hardwood trim so it will look nice. And This table was about that tall before I cut it down to make it a decent table. I'm going to be taking that, I'm going to strip it, and I'm going to have a pattern carved into it. My new shield. This is my crest right here. Me and Nikki. Okay. We're both Pisces. We're both very much into the same kinds of things. We both have very strong wolf characteristics in our motifs, and that's our thing. And that's going to be blown up to about 2 feet across and put on here. Now I'm either going to have that carved into it, or I just might get a nice round mirror and etch it in. I can do the etching and stuff myself, and just have that etched into a mirror, and then put on there, and then have a nice Celtic knot carved around that, like a 3-inch Celtic knot all the way around that. You know, so it will look pretty cool. Outside of that, this is it. This is cool. This is a hand-woven Japanese silk gift to me from the Fujimura family in Japan. You ever see real rice paper? This is it. This is the real deal. Real deal rice paper right there. Anyway, love it. Love it. See, I got all my pumpkins growing, got mosquito plants, some ivy cuttings, spider plant, you know, different stuff. You can see there that this building faces directly southeast. Directly. You can't get any more perfect than that. I mean, it faces perfectly southeast. So, anyway, I always know which way I'm facing, you know. This is my mascot right here. This guy, I love this guy. Here, let me turn some light on, make sure you can see. I love this guy. Yeah. Bad moon rising, feel the devil on the way. Don't feel the quake happening. I feel bad moon's away. Don't come around tonight. I'm bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I love that guy. He's all right. That's definitely my mascot. And in case you want to know, my natural name is Timberwolf. So it's been that for years and years and years. Adopted that, I don't know what. God, I can't even remember when I adopted that name. It's been forever. And that's my name. That's my name. It's my motif, the wolf. Anyway, so there you go. You know, here's something cool. You see that fly right there? That's my own design. I designed it. There's 27 materials that make up that fly. I called it Killer Ad. This is one day's allowed catch. I mean, I caught a lot more than that, but I catch and release most of my fish, you know. But and that fish right there on the plaque is an accurate representation of the largest fish that I've caught on my fly so far. You know, and then under that I've got my thermometer, barometer, and humidity device there, just to, you know, keep up with the weather. I'm not quite finished with this wall yet. This is, you know how people have a Facebook wall and they, you know, put stuff on? Well, this is my wall, you know, this is my wall right here. And it's not finished yet. There's still got some things to do to it. But anyway, you know, it's coming along. This chair, you might recognize, or you might notice that the chair I used to have is nowhere near as good as that one. Well, as I was moving in here, one of the other tenants is moving out and decided that she didn't feel like muscling that thing downstairs and trying to get it out of here. And even though I offered to help her do that, she said, nah, it's all right. And she just gave it to me. Just gave it to me. And I mean, look at it. It's like brand new. It's like brand new. What a gift, huh? What a gift. Very fortunate to know people like that. And it's too bad that she's leaving. That's a good person. But anyway, you know, this is my home. This is the way I like to live. And when I started this struggle, my battles for the use of medical marijuana, I was on 9 different poisons that Dr. Harris had me on. I was occasionally turning to alcohol for relief because the drugs that Dr. Harris had me on were not helping me at all. And whenever I could, I would help myself with some real medicine, medical marijuana, but it's extremely expensive. I'm a poor man, disabled, and it's hard to find. Be honest with you, it's extremely difficult to find. And then there's also the fact that on the street marijuana is not the same as medical marijuana. Okay, it's grown with chemical fertilizers, so you don't know if it's laced with something. 9 times out of 10, it's really weak garbage, and it's just no good, you know. I am working diligently on obtaining the right to take care of myself, to grow and manage my own medication, which I can do very easily, very easily. I've been doing it whenever I could for the last 25 years now. Just nobody will give me the right to do it, which is really messed up, okay? Because the way I see it, when God made the seed, God gave me the right to use it. When I was born with the right to use the materials that are around me to take care of myself. Man has stepped in and said, no, we don't want you to use that because we can't make any money off of it. So we're going to make that illegal, and here, we'll force you to take this garbage, poison, that isn't going to help you. It'll mask some symptoms, but it will cause others. And that's just too bad. You're just going to have to take it, and if that doesn't work, we'll give you more. Bullshit. I'm done with that. I am done with that. Dr. Harris there trying to tell me if this is some kind of game. I'm not playing games, people. I'm done playing games. I'm 48 years old. I can't waste any more goddamn time. I want my life comfortable for a change. I've lived my whole life making other people comfortable, living in the service of humankind constantly. No less than 4 times in my lifetime, I have up and left everything that I own behind just to keep the peace. Well, that ain't happening no more. That ain't happening no more. I have the right to live too, and I'm gonna live. If you don't like it, don't look at it. Close your eyes. Look the other way. Go away. I don't need you. I need people like me. People who are fed up with the bureaucracy and the bullshit that their doctors and their psychologists and their social workers and the schools, everybody is shoveling piles and piles and piles of bullshit on you every day. I need people around me who are ready to shovel that bullshit away and get on with real life, real living. That's what I want. That's what I need. I look forward to meeting you. To be quite honest with you, I haven't met very many like myself. There is one, Nikki, my queen. It's unfortunate that she's not here with me. I'm trying very hard to find a way to fix that situation. I need her with me. I wasn't meant to be alone. I need to love somebody, and I need somebody to love me. So I'm working very hard on trying to find a way to make it possible for my Nikki to come live with me and to marry me and to have my children. Until then, I'm just doing what I need to do to survive and to be happy and to be comfortable. And all I have to say to anybody who doesn't like that is go away. That's all. Just go away. I don't need you. Okay? Have a nice life, no hard feelings. But go away. If you are interested in living a real life, honest to God, real life, come meet me. I'd love to meet you, man. I would love to meet you. We'd start our own little community right here in northern Maine. I now live in Wallagrass, no longer living in Frenchville. Now I live in Wallagrass, in a castle, in the suite of a castle, 4 months after I started this struggle. And I was told by everyone, my family, my friends, everyone, that I was making a big mistake. I was screwing up. I was doing it the wrong way. I should shut up. I should be quiet. I should just hide. Be ashamed. Do everything under the table.
It's unclear. Neither RSA is giving a lot of details about how it got hacked.
No.
Nor is Lockheed talking a lot. But there's a lot of talk of what's called advanced persistent threat. And that's usually code word for...
So, here I am now, 4 months later. Yes, I am alone. I have been pretty much exiled from the family. But it just goes to show, even your own family can turn on you when you decide to do your own thing. So, I don't blame them though. Hey, they've been sold the same bullshit that this world has been trying to sell me all of my life. I just decided, the hell with it. I ain't buying your bullshit anymore. Period. I just am not buying your bullshit. And from here on out, gonna do things my way. Plain and simple. Just gonna do things my way. Show you something really neat. When I first moved in here, I took a walk up the trail back here. I'll show you where the trail is. It's pretty neat. You know, my neighbors are pretty quiet. They don't make any noise. Got to be careful though, they may roll over on me one day. See, those are my neighbors. But right over here, you see that trail right there? Well, I went up that trail with my four-wheeler, which is right there, and then I have all my stuff down there, you know. But and those are things down there I still need to get straightened out. But I went walking up that trail, and there's a beaver dam up there. And you know, something interesting about beavers is beavers like to make walking sticks. Oh yeah. You find a beaver dam, you might as well be in a walking stick factory, okay? And I was looking around, and this is what caught my eye. This is my walking stick. It's a nice one. You know, it's about 5'3", I guess, maybe. I'm 6 feet, so maybe 5'3". A little bit shorter than my Nike is. But, you know, I've tied myself a nice grip knot on there. And eventually I'm going to have a wolf's head carved into the top of this with a little bit of some kind of motif to go with that. And then there you go. That's my walking stick. And as you can see, my rainbow catcher's throwing rainbows everywhere around the room. See the rainbows? I love it. In the morning there, my rainbow caster. One of the neatest things I ever bought right there. And give that a spin. Check that out, huh? Isn't that cool? And that just throws rainbows like you wouldn't believe. Look at this place. Look at this place just rocking with rainbows, man. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on, man. You know, it took me just 4 months to do what I was told I could not do. I love proving people wrong. Have a nice day, people. Happy Memorial Day.